Well, greetings from the sales floor of Ellingson Motorcars here in Rogers, Minnesota, the suburb of Minneapolis, Minnesota. Today we're going to give you the details on one of our latest arrivals, a 1958 Ford Skyliner Convertible. We'll give you all the details in a moment. Well, greetings from the sales floor of Ellingson Motorcars here in Rogers, Minnesota, the home to close to 100 classic and collectible cars that range all the way from 1920s all the way into the 70s and beyond, into the muscle cars and whatnot. You're going to want to watch this entire video from start to finish, because not only will you see this beautiful car like this, but we do a walk around, we do a cold start, we give you all the details that helps you make your buying decisions when it comes to looking at these kind of cars. Now, you can look at all of our inventory at www.ellingsonmotorcars.com, which is available to you 24 hours a day. So you can always look at our latest arrivals, newest additions, and our current inventory, which is close to over 100 vehicles right at this moment. Today we're going to look at a 1958 Ford Skyliner hardtop convertible. Now, I always want to make sure to make that clear, because some people think Sunliner is the soft top, Skyliner is the hardtop convertible. So that we just got to keep that straight in our world of old cars. Now, this is the second year that the Skyliner hardtops were introduced, 57 being the first year, and this being the second year, 1958. And it was a complete makeover again. 1958, they changed so many things, really made some, trim changes, grille changes, and of course, the biggest thing that everyone will notice is 1958, cars had dual headlights, where the federal government finally allowed us to do that sort of thing, and that's what it was. So you have the 1958, that is, with the dual headlights. Everything was spaceship orientated or rocket orientated. Look at that intake on the hood. It's got like a scoop for an airplane motor or whatever. And of course, they have the bullet things that I always, as a kid, really enjoyed looking at on the fenders. You kind of lined up when the cars came at you. You kind of looked through those to see what was coming. This car is all done in its correct original color, Colonial White, and it has a correct black and white interior as well, which was correct for the car in 1958. This car has one of the nicest accessory updates that I really, really like myself. I just love the wire wheels with the spinner and whatnot, and the original wide whites. I mean, I just think on a white car with the chrome like that, it just absolutely sets it off. And at night, it just glows when something like this goes by you. It just zoom, really good. And speaking of chrome, look how nice the chrome is on this car. It is exceptionally well done. The bumpers have been done, a lot of the other trim work, whatever. Yes. Also, look at this, dual outside mirrors. The other one on that side is more for looks than anything, but it's just makes it look much more, even, if you will. Now, under the hood, like I said, we have a Ford, one of the Ford famous V8s, the 352 V8, and this is a 4-barrel, the Thunderbird Special 4-barrel police interceptor motor. And this car came with a couple of really nice accessories that many of these old cars did not have, including power steering and power brakes, which is really, really, when you have a car of this size, I mean, this car is 18 plus feet long. Power steering is a wonderful thing. And it even tells you that right in the steering column. It says Master Guide Power Steering by Ford. So as I said, it's an automatic, so you can put it in gear, drive away. It's an easy car to enjoy if you think of it that way. Again, the trim is just all special to 1958s. I mean, it's got this insert that just breaks up the body line, just really nice. But take a look at the interior on this car. It is just spectacular. Vinyl with the cloth, which is nice, because if you get in a car the top's been down, you can get, it's kind of hot on the butt on those vinyl seats or even leather seats, but with the cloth inserts in the middle, it's a lot nicer. Taking a look at the dash itself, very original. Nothing has been cobbled up. No one's chopped in and put in some aftermarket stereo or something. And it even has something that, see this scar on my forehead? That came from one of the old cars in my day that didn't have a padded dash. This even has the actual padded dash, which was another upgraded accessory that you could have ordered. Now, we're going to show you how this top works in the back, and you're going to have to watch this entire operation because they are really a unique deal. I mean, it was something ahead of its time. You see all these late model Mercedes and all these new cars with these mechanical tops. You go, wow, that's really a new idea. Ford had it in 1957. So yeah, and this is 58. But I mean, it's just really a wondrous invention. Like I said, beautiful interior all the way around, beautiful carpets. You look at the back. They made sure to tell you what kind of car it was on the back quarters. They always say Fairlane 500. They make sure that you say that. Dual exhaust with that, you know, Police Interceptor motor, V8. It sounds really, really good too. Now you can find all our stuff on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram as well. Give us a like, leave us a comment, or subscribe. We appreciate it. And there's always interesting stories of cars like this one, cars that we currently have in stock, and cars we've had in the past. So it is one of those really neat things. Now, here's a little interesting little tidbit on this car. In my pocket, it's a copy, of course. We have a copy of its original title that is in right now, and this is dated from 1963. I can't even hardly remember seeing titles like this. Just a little small thing. Came out of the state of Missouri. What an interesting deal. Yeah, the person had this car for over 57 years. So that's a long time to have someone take. It had to be their pride and possession. Loving care was given to this car many, many years, and you can see it in the quality of this car. So if you want to take a look at the car in person, we'd love to have you come down as well. We're open Monday through Friday from 10 until 5, and Saturdays 10 to 4 as well. If you're like me, I kind of like to put my hands on. I mean, we obviously, under our guidance, we don't want people touching other cars and our cars without getting us right there with them. But it's just one of those things. Sometimes you like to look at how good the chrome is and how nice the glass is and how beautiful the interior is in person. We do a great job. My guy does a great job on all the videos and everything. But you know, sometimes there are people just got to come and see. Yeah, isn't that just something that is really cool? I think that's neat. So if you're looking to add a very spectacular car out of the 50s, one of those very unique automobiles, we've got a 58 Skyliner hardtop, which is really, really a neat car. Rare car, don't see many of them for some reason. You see more of the 57s and 59s, but this is 58. I kind of have a hankering in my heart for 58s myself. So I appreciate it. I'm glad you enjoyed the video. Watch it to the end, and we will thank you very much for this time, and we'll see you next time. We are going to show you in person how these hardtop convertibles work. There's really nothing to it. There's one button on the bottom of the dash here. It says top, and I think all we have to do is push the button in. And look at this. Oh my goodness, it is really cool. It opens the big trunk area. There isn't a lot of trunk space in these cars, but that's kind of special. Look at this. Probably always a good idea to put your visors down just to make sure that you don't do anything. But yeah, she's coming on up. Boy, this thing is just a mechanical marvel in my opinion. All the screw motors, micro switches. Look at that. It's coming right into place. Now it'll screw itself down, make it nice and tight. When the top and the front is done, then the back will go back down. And what's really nice, there's a little red light on the dash that tells you when it's completed, when the whole cycle is done. There you go, it's putting down, the light's there, and the light is off. All right, now we're gonna just hit the button and go the opposite way. So if your rain shower's done or whatever, or you want to be back to the convertible world, you just pull out on this little button right here. And there it opens up the trunk area again, flips down the package tray, that'll go up. And the screw motors will work itself in the front here. Starting loosening the front. Listen, yeah, there you go. You can hear it working. It's really simple. I mean, in terms to operate, I mean, it just takes care of all the stuff just with a simple little switch. Man, can you imagine what a deal this must have been in 1958 if you pulled into the neighborhood with a car like this? Wow, you would have been like the coolest guy there ever was in my world. Look at that. Yeah, goes right in, settles back down, and the trunk goes down. Screw motors are turning. And again, I'm watching a little red light here that just tells you when it's ready. And lo and behold, she is done. Oh, this is so cool. All right. Thank you much. We appreciate it. We'll see you next time.